live. I hope you guys are well and is in good spirits. We are in good spirits over here because it's so gorgeous outside. It's sunny, it's beautiful, and it's a little bit chilly, but we're managing. This light in the back there, just ignore it. It's kind of annoying, but I cannot get it. Yeah, I can get it. Yeah, it works. So, guys, welcome to the live. Remember to keep your comment positive and remember to comment something that somebody can learn about. So today we are going to talk about high blood pressure, which is hypertension. I did a video about a year and a half ago, and there was so many questions on this video, and this video did so well. I figure I'll come back and talk about some. I'll do maybe 2 or 3 videos to give you guys some remedies and just to talk about some more stuff about things, because when I go and I watch my videos and I see those videos are like doing so well and people are asking questions on it, I like to come back because it means that you guys are interested in that stuff and you want to see videos on that stuff. Okay, so let's talk about how to control high blood pressure naturally, which is, we know high blood pressure is called hypertension. And high blood pressure, we know that it's very rampant in our communities, and a lot of people have high blood pressure. And high blood pressure is something that's very silent. Sometimes you have high blood pressure and you don't even know that you have high blood pressure. And that happened to me when I had my last child. My pressure was very high and I didn't even realize I have high blood pressure. So we're going to dive into the triggers of high blood pressure, what causes high blood pressure. We're going to talk about some remedies, and we're going to talk about some ways how we can really like control the high blood pressure issues. So let's talk about that, because I think like there's so much people that I know who have high blood pressure, in also in my family, on my side of the family. And I'm going to talk about that too, and I'm also going to talk about some of the things that they did. Like there's people in my on my side of the family who have high blood pressure, and they did stuff, they took remedies, and today they don't have high blood pressure anymore. They're healthy and they're working on themselves to stay like that, be hypertension free. So first of all, let's talk about what is high blood pressure, right? So high blood pressure, it's you could call it a disease, right? It's like a disease which causes your pressure to go up very high, and which is very dangerous because that can cause you to have like a stroke, you could have a heart attack, and you can die. In extreme cases, you can die. So we want to make sure that we or our blood pressure is really at the point that it should be and not higher, not over like 120 over 84. Like that's good. But when it's like way up there, it's too high and it causes too much stress on the body, especially the heart and mostly all the organs in the body, the arteries, the blood vessels, and everything. Even your eyes, you can go blind if your blood pressure is very high. That can cause you to have blindness. So this is a very serious disease, and I think we need to pay attention to that because this is happening so much in our communities. And it's like I tell you, like every 3 to 4 person that I have spoken to, they have some kind of high blood pressure in their family. And that is really hitting me close to home because I have a lot of family members who are suffering from high blood pressure. And I really want to talk about that topic because, I see my family members who have high blood pressure, they fall down or they catch a stroke. It's just, it's a sad situation. And I don't want to see it happen to anybody. So I'm just going to bring some information out here. See, so you all can, if you're suffering high blood pressure, like take notes because these things, they work. Now I myself, when I was pregnant with my last child, I already gave you the story on my video. uh those of you who watched my video a year and a half ago, I think it was a video posted, you will see where I talk about, I'm not going to go into great detail, but basically I was like 5 months pregnant, and I just started feeling dizzy and the back of my neck was just hurting me, and I'm like, why is my neck hurting? I never have neck pain. I'm a healthy person, exercise every day and stuff like that. But I'm pregnant. So I'm like, well, I'm just pregnant with something, maybe it's something with pregnancy. And I was just not feeling too good at all. But my appointment was coming up and I went for my regular checkup, pregnancy. When I got to the doctor's office, she took my pressure. She was like startled. She's like, "Oh my God, your pressure is high." Like she's like, "What happened? What happened?" She was just like panicking. Even the doctor herself was panicking. And I never have any high blood pressure in my entire life. And that happened to me. So let me put my volume up, guys. So it happened to me. And of course, if you go watch a video, I talk about the steps that I took because I refused to take pills because I was pregnant and I didn't want to hurt my baby because all those pills have side effects and stuff like that. So I basically talked about that in this video, and I was able to take like home remedies and stuff that my grandparents use, people in my village use for high blood pressure, and I was fine in about 4 weeks. I was fine. I had to go back mostly every week to have my pressure checked, and we had a high blood pressure machine at home, and I had to check it all the time to make sure my pressure was like low, and I had to like sit down and everything like that. When I walk, I feel dizzy and stuff like that. So that was very panicky, and that was very like stressful for me, and I was pregnant also. So, but anyways, in about 4 weeks, everything went back to normal, and I just was very careful in whatever I did for the rest of my pregnancy, and it didn't come back again. But just imagine, like I was not in tune with my body, and I wasn't like I didn't go to the doctor or something like that. Because a lot of you out there, like you might be feeling your neck is hurting you, or you're not feeling well, and your pressure might be sky high. You might have high blood pressure and you do not know. So my advice to you guys is, if you're feeling out of sorts, like go to the doctor, or you could even buy a high blood pressure machine and check your pressure at home, because you never know. This, like they say, high blood pressure is like a silent killer. Like you don't know when you're gonna have high blood pressure. And if you're a person again who like eats a lot of things and you just eat everything in sight, and you don't exercise, you don't do a lot of movement and stuff like that, and you're little, you might be have some weight on you or something like that, or if it runs in the family or something, like check your pressure all the time and watch what you eat. So when it comes to me, because high blood pressure runs in my family, I'm very careful with my dad, what I eat, and stuff like that, right? So I make sure, because I don't have high blood pressure in my life ever, 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 ever could eat. This is not something that you wish upon anybody. So let's talk about the triggers of high blood pressure. What really, really like causes high blood pressure. Now, there's a lot of different factors that cause high blood pressure. It could be family history, like in your family, they have a history of high blood pressure. So if you know your family has a history of high blood pressure, it's likely that you're going to have high blood pressure if you do not take care of yourself and take the necessary steps to keep yourself healthy. Necessary steps including what you eat, your diet, your body shape, your body size, and stuff like that. So you do have to take that in consideration. If for example, if you know your mom had high blood pressure, your dad, your uncle, like you're right there in the family. Like another example is diabetes. If you know, like you know your relatives like really really close to you is diabetic, like you gotta watch yourself. Now, because I know high blood pressure is in my family, I'm very very careful in what I eat and how I take care of my body, exercising every single day, making sure that I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, staying away from high cholesterol foods and stuff like that, like not eating margarine, eating real butter, things like that. I do doing making my green drinks and stuff like that, and just any junk stuff, like just staying away from it, cooking food from scratch, and making sure I stay away from salt. Like years ago, I changed the salt that I've been using, so I don't use like the table salt anymore. I use like Himalayan salt or black salt, those salt that has some minerals in it, and they're less salty. They're not as salty as the regular table salt. So I've been stopped using that for years. And if I use like like a canned stuff that has salt in it, then I'm not going to be putting salt in my food, because I already use a canned stuff that has a lot of salt in it. And people may say like, oh, things doesn't taste great. But when you start to do something, it will not taste great, because you've been eating salty stuff. But once you start doing that over a period of time, then you get used to things just not being salty, and you don't even the taste doesn't bother you anymore. It becomes like just natural, so it's like in my family, we because we've been eating like this for so long, if somebody comes over, they're gonna say, oh, can I have some salt, because the food doesn't taste like if you have salt. But to us, it has salt, because your palate changes, like your flavor inside your mouth itself, like it changes. And when you put less salt in things, you get the flavor of the food instead of getting all the salt in your food. So that is something that we've been doing for years, to cut down on the amount of sodium. Now your body needs sodium, so like don't go crazy and don't put anything, you know, because like don't don't like put don't put anything in, like no salt at all. Like don't go crazy. Your body do need salts for your cells to function and certain vital organs to produce certain things. So please do not just don't put any salt in your food. But anyway, so our next point is pregnancy. You can get high blood pressure by pregnancy. You put on some weight, um, and your body is just become strained, and you can have high blood pressure because your body is working hard. Plus, you have that baby inside of you, which you're trying to feed, and your body is just working really hard, and it makes your pressure goes up. And a lot of pregnant women who put on weight during pregnancy can have high blood pressure and do have high blood pressure. So when you are pregnant, you have to be careful with high blood pressure because that is kind of serious, and that could be detrimental if you do not, you know, like if you don't know, or if you know and you're just like playing the fool, you could die and your baby can die too, or one or the other. So you got to be careful with that. So pregnancy, you can have high blood pressure during pregnancy. And the problem with having high blood pressure during pregnancy is you're carrying a baby, and so some of the medications that they're giving you may hurt your baby because they have side effects. And that's, you know, many people have to juggle with that, whether they should take medication. And I know one of my friends, she took some medication. Well, she didn't take medication actually. Her blood pressure was so high that um, they took her baby. She decided not to take any medication actually, and they said, "Well, if you're not going to take medication, then we got to take the baby." And her pressure was just not going down. It was just, you know, the same thing. And she's a young person, I guess, at that time, so she didn't really know what to do, whatever. And they had to take the baby. And now she has a baby who is totally handicapped. The baby was in the hospital for like almost 2 years, couldn't breathe on her own. So this is a very dangerous thing. So if you're pregnant and you're not feeling well, like make sure you go check. And if you're high blood pressure, I'm gonna tell you stuff that you can do to help that pressure goes down if you are pregnant, and don't like going, because when the thing is, when I was told like my pressure was sky high, that I cannot leave the clinic because my pressure is too high, I can't even leave the clinic. I have to stay here until my pressure go down at least some before I leave to go home. I was like about to panic, but I'm like, okay, no. If I panic, then my pressure is gonna go higher, you know. So sometimes when you go to the doctor and says, "Oh, your pressure is high," blah blah blah, then you go panic and the pressure goes high up. You need to stay calm. Stay calm when you hear anything about high blood pressure. Just stay calm, because the minute you start to go crazy, you you're gonna be making your pressure go high. Hi, Eric. Ooh, welcome to the live. So the next, I talk about pregnancy. That's the second thing. The third thing is weight gain. Now, many people don't. People are very self-conscious about what weight gain. When you tell them about weight is like a big factor in high blood pressure, they get mad. But it's true. It is. It is very true, because I've seen it in my family, I've seen it with friends, I've seen it with neighbors, like I've seen it in my community, how high blood pressure and weight gain goes hand in hand. I have many family members who have high blood pressure, and they lose like 100 pounds or 75 pounds, and once they lose that weight, the high blood pressure went, you know. So they just lose weight and stop eating certain things, and then they didn't have high blood pressure anymore. So weight gain is a big factor. And I know when I was pregnant, I was I was like, let me see, maybe yeah, I was like 30, I was like 40 pounds overweight. I was like 40 pounds over. When I say like, I put on like 40 pounds of weight because I was pregnant, you know. So that was one of the factors that caused my pressure to spike. You understand? Because some of my other babies, I didn't put on so much weight, like 20 pounds, 22 pounds, 23 pounds, just a small amount of weight. For this baby, I just had so much weight. Even when I'm going up the step, I feel like tired. I feel my heart is going up and down, you know. So it's like, it's crazy. So it's like, yeah, you just have to like pay attention to yourself. And if you know you have high blood pressure, like listen to what people have to say to you and do it, because this is like a dangerous something. This is really dangerous. People don't take that serious until they catch a stroke and then they can walk. And it's just like, just guys, just listen. Wow, you had a stroke. Well, I'm glad that that you're better now, right? Are you better now? Are you taking care of yourself and doing what you're supposed to be doing? You know, because I know that must be like scary for you when you had that 3 years ago. But I'm glad that you're here with us and you're on the live and you can listen to this and you can tell your friends and your family to be careful next time and to take care of themselves so they won't have the same thing that happened to you. And I'm glad that you're fine now. So the next thing besides the weight gain is high cholesterol food. Like I know I get a lot of um oh, okay. So it was what was a mild stroke? Okay, so it was a mild stroke. Okay, so much like I get so much like flax when I go somewhere. Somebody says, "Oh my gosh, if you eat this thing, is it gonna kill you?" And I'm like, yes, if I eat that stuff, it's gonna kill me. You know, I get so much flax. Like basically, I say, "Oh no, 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 I'm sorry, I don't want to eat that." Oh no, I don't eat that. Yeah, energy drinks. Yeah, I never once in my life ever drink an energy drink in my life because I know the dangers of drinking energy drink. Actually, one of my friend died from drinking so much energy drink. She was diabetic, and when she feel like sugar is down to drink all this energy drink, every day she'll drink energy drink, and that energy drink took her to her grave. So I don't mess with energy drink, and yeah, that's basically that. I've never touched it in my entire life. But anyways, going back to the high cholesterol foods, like I get a lot of flax for certain things I eat. Like, why you eat like that? Why you like that? Why you being so careful? Like, live. I am living. I am enjoying my life. There's so much things in this world to eat. Why would I be eating all kind of junk, which is gonna be which is gonna be problematic to me? Why do I need to eat that? Like, I don't need to eat fried chips. I can make baked chips. I can make boiled potatoes. There's too much things in this world to eat for me to be eating certain things that's going to be detrimental to my body. Why do I need to eat fried foods if I can eat something boiled or I can eat something steamed? It's like, it's just like we have to make better choices in our life. And sometimes when you see people are trying their hardest to stay healthy, it's best to encourage them and not, be finding fault with them, because I see many people have strokes. People can't walk, sitting down all day long. They need someone to take care of them. And had they listened to wise judgment and knowledge, they would not have been in this situation. I'm not knocking anybody, but we need to take care of ourselves, because the older you get, the your body is deteriorating, you know, and you really need to take care of yourself. Even as a young person, if you don't take care of your body when you're young, when you get older, you're gonna suffer for it. So I eat a certain diet, I exercise, and I take care of myself because I don't want to be a burden on anybody. Sad to say. Like, I know I don't want it. Like, God gave me this body. Why should I not take care of it and expect somebody to take care of me when I just was foolish with my actions and I caused myself problems and I have to burden somebody else and they can't enjoy their life? So this is what I talk about. I talk about, or I talk to myself, and I say that to myself. And I say that to my close friends also, and to my family members. That's why I take good care of myself, so I don't want to be a burden on anybody. No, and I think some people, they don't really think about that. Oh, my family's going to take care of me. Oh, no, 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 no. No, don't do that. Take care of yourself and live a healthy life. So when I talk about high cholesterol food, like, watch what you eat. I go to the store and I read everything. And I have been reading everything since I was young. I've been reading everything. They used to get mad at me, like, why are you reading that? And we eat that. Just picked up a thing. No, I don't want to eat that, you know, because that thing has all kind of things I can't even pronounce. That thing doesn't taste really good. Why should I eat it? So things like that, like I read labels, and if I see the thing has a lot of salt, so yeah, it's like it's a high cholesterol food. Like, I'm not eating that. I'm just staying away from that. People used to say to me, like, you're young, you're in your 20s, like you're running about, you like doing all that activities, you're gonna burn that stuff out. No, you don't. When you damage certain parts of your body, it's already damaged and it's not gonna come back. So I don't know which kind of this kind of sayings are untrue. So no, if you damage something in your body when you're young, some things are not, it's not gonna rejuvenate, it's not gonna be replaced. So just don't do it. That's the whole point. So high cholesterol food, just stay away from them. Like we're in a era, a system where information is every single where. You can read, you can write, you can spell. Look for food that have high cholesterol food and don't eat it. And if you're a person that you don't exercise a lot, you don't move a lot, like stay away from food that has a lot of fat and that's gonna make you gain weight. Keep a very like a diet that is low fat, high protein, low fat. You need some fats, okay? Low fats, and use things like avocados to get you fat, fish like salmon and tuna to get good fats and omega-3. Like stay away from all these fried foods and bad oil and all that kind of stuff and junk food. Cook food at home, eat your greens, vegetables, eat a lot of fruits. I was surprised the last time when I heard a grown man said, I don't eat fruits. I don't eat vegetables. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't eat fruits and vegetables? Like, no, I don't eat that. That thing tastes like what he said? He said it tastes like grass or something like that. And I was saying, what? Like you're a grown man and you don't eat that stuff? And I said, what? Do you give that to your kids? He says, no, we don't. We don't eat that. So he doesn't eat that, and he doesn't give it to his kids. So there's gonna be a generation of people who are just sorry, but this is just same disease. Come get me. Like you have to eat fruits and vegetables. You have to eat broccoli and carrots and all that kind of stuff. You can't just be eating rice and chicken, rice and beef. Like my goodness, I was just so surprised. I never know anybody who don't eat vegetables. Well, that's just very strange. I knew somebody who didn't drink water at all. And she got so sick. You know, she didn't drink water. And I didn't know she didn't drink water. And we were friends, and I was like, I never know she didn't drink water. I never noticed until she got very sick. And then she said to me, you know something? When I told the doctor I don't drink water, he was shocked. He almost fell out of his chair. I was like, what do you mean you don't drink water? What are you saying? She says, really, I don't drink water. Water is bland. So I just drink juice and I never drink water. I was shocked out of my pants. The doctor almost fell out of the chair, but I almost died. I was like, huh? You telling me you don't drink water? I've never heard of that event. She says, no, I don't drink water. Anything I drink, I is juice. I just drink juice. I just buy juice in the store and I drink it or I make lemonade, but water don't go into my mouth. I've never heard of that in my life. Okay. So it's just strange, and all these things is not good, and it will lead to some kind of sickness. So guys, be proactive with your health. Okay, so we talk about cholesterol now. High fat foods, like stay away from high fat foods. Like when you buy chicken or when you buy beef and things in the store, like cut the extra fat off. Don't be there like you're an adult. Like don't be there eating fat. Don't let me see you be there like guzzling down like fat. You don't need that fat. You're not a baby. We give fat to babies to help their brains to develop. Like, toddlers up to 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those small children need fat to help their brain develop. But as an adult, you do not need that fat. That fat is gonna go down into your body, clog up your kidneys, clog up your arteries and stuff like that, and cause you to have stroke and heart attack. So stay away from those fatty things. If you buy chicken, you could just kind of boil the chicken and let the grease come out. If you fry chicken or something, like get some kind of paper towel and let that chicken drain. Don't be like, oh, fried chicken, you just be like eating all this fat on the chicken. Like let the thing drain, tap it out, because I'm not saying never eat fried chicken, but and once in a while I'm eating some fried chicken. Like don't be gauzing down all this fat. Make sure the thing is drained. So stuff like that. Stay away from high fat foods because it's not good for your arteries, it's not good for your capillaries, it's not good for your internal organs either. You don't want fat to be around your kidney, your liver, your lungs. Like that's not good, because once your body comes into the habit of storing fat and you're not doing anything to get rid of that fat, this fat will just continue to store in your body, and that's where we have problems. Okay, I was watching a show the other day where that doctor cut off how much pounds of fat. It was like three kilos. 3 kilos of fat from somebody. And I was like, I was looking at that thing on the operation table, and I was saying, oh my goodness, this is just craziness. And I was like, this is just whoa. Can you imagine somebody walking around with all that fat, or somebody creating all that fat over this period of time until they have to be in an emergency room to have that fat cut off to save their life? So be careful, guys. These things will give you high blood pressure. Okay. And next thing wants to give you high blood pressure, which is like a big one, stress. If you are stressing yourself out all the time, everything is stressing you out, kids are stressing you out, family members are stressing you out, jobs are stressing you out, the rent, whatever. Stress causes people to have high blood pressure. So stay away from stress. And don't tell me, oh, I can't stay away from stress. Yes, you can. Why are you allowing all those things to stress you out? Why is it necessary why? I don't understand. Why are you getting stressed about stuff? When you stress over something, the thing is not going to change. It's still the same thing. Find a solution how to fix the thing instead of stressing yourself. Oh, I'm worried you can't sleep at night, and you can't sleep at night. That's going to make your pressure go up too, you know? So it's like, stop worrying about stuff. Find valid solutions for things. Be proactive, like I always say on my channel, and take action and solve the problem. And many people put themselves into stressful situations because they want to live like the Jones. Let me tell you something. If you are trying to live like the Jones, and then you realize, hey, I can't afford that stuff. Yeah, you made a mistake and you did that stuff, but you can change it. Just like, okay, enough now. I made a mistake. Let me change my ways. It doesn't make a sense that you're continuing in the same pattern and you're making yourself all stressed and giving yourself high blood pressure. So let's not do that, because this is a very serious disease that can, unalive you. So don't take any chances with high blood pressure. Now, the second part of this video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on some things that I've seen with my own two eyes and I've used myself to reduce high blood pressure and to get rid of high blood pressure. So one of the things you need to do is, if you have weight, like if you put on a couple of pounds, or if you're a person that's just, you're on the weighty side, lose weight. And don't make excuses, because your life is much more important than fat. And I'm telling you that right now, right? So lose a little bit of weight. And it's not hard. It is. People always say, "Oh, it's hard to lose weight," and I don't listen. I'm not listening to that. I'm very sorry. When I had my last kid, I was 179 pounds. 179 pounds. Do you understand me? And my usual body weight is like 135. Sometimes I'm 140. But this is the weight that I like to keep on my body. And I lost that weight. I walked. I did keto. I exercise every single day, 6 days a week. And I just work on myself. When I feel lazy, I don't want to exercise inside, I just go to the park and walk. I took my baby. I went for a walk. I walk up and down the stairs. I did all kind of things. And I curtailed my eating. I cut out a lot of things out of my diet, and I find things that is tasty but would not give me all this extra calories. One thing that I did was I started making nut mixes. So I would eat peanuts and hazelnuts when I'm feeling like hungry. I would snack on that instead of going to eat some big meal. I start making my own yogurt, and so if I'm feeling a little bit hungry, I'll just go take some plain yogurt and add some nuts in it, and that was my snack. Because if I go eat rice and chicken or whatever, this is not this is going to give me too much calories. And I also I used to make my bread before, but I'll go take a slice of bread. I'll put jam on it, but I'll make the jam. Like I make strawberry jam, not those sweet jam. I make date spread, or I'll put some what do you call that thing that I like there? um Kale. I make kale spread with cheese. You just blend up the kale with cheese, a little bit of olive oil, and it makes a very nice spread. You add some garlic and a little bit of salt, and it makes this delicious spread which is full of vitamin and nutrients for your body. And I keep that in my fridge, and when I'm feeling I want to take a snack, I just toast some bread and I put my kale spread on it, or I make spinach spread. All these things that you can make. um, I also make like tomatoes, we call it tubali, tomatoes with parsley and a little olive oil, and you just toast that and you put it on top of your bread. It's so tasty. Again, you put a little tiny bit of salt, or you can use anything. You can use quinoa and toast it and make a paste like and put on top. You can grind the peanuts. You can grind peanuts. You can make peanut spread. Like there's so much things that you can make as a snack that is much more healthy than just eating fried foods or a whole bowl of rice or some potatoes and meat and stuff like that. There's like simple things that is nutrient dense that is gonna keep you full. Another thing that you can make is you can use oats and you can mix it with nuts, and you can make like a granola bar. And instead of using um, like sugar, you can use the date as sugar. You can use raisins. You can just make your own mixture of stuff, but just be like you can use dry mangoes, also dry pineapples, like all that stuff. Like these things are so easy to make. It's like stop wanting convenience all the time, or I'm just gonna go to the store and pick up stuff. Like things in the store, they're not all 100% healthy for you. And a lot of things in the store that we buy and we think is healthy for us is not, because it's lacking nutrients, because it's sitting there for long, and of course it's deficient of a lot of nutrients. So when they package the thing, it was 100%. Now it may be about 50%. So whatever, it's like 30%, not even 80%. So when you get fresh food and you process it and you eat it right away, you get all the nutrient right away. So that's what you want to more you want to focus on when you choosing to eat like healthy foods. Get nutrient dense food. Make food and consume it right away, or freeze it and then come back and thaw it out, and then you eat it. But don't keep it there for long. And we have to buy stuff at the store. Yes, we do. But if you can make things from scratch, it's better for you, because you're gonna get the nutrients that you need instead of buying things that are sitting on the shelf for a long time. Okay? And if you can preserve your own things also, you can add like thyme and basil and all these kind of things if you grow a garden and all that kind of things. When it, or even if you buy things locally, organically, and you can make your own preserves, you can make your own like sauces and all that kind of things. I love to make my own sauces and just keep them, and put them in on my pizzas, homemade pizzas and stuff, like snacks and things that I make. I love to do that. When I grow fruits in the summertime, I dry my fruits. I have like the hanging dryer thing. If you guys watch my videos, see I talk about the drying rack. So I dry my fruits. I dry so much things, and then I come and I put them in my food to eat. Even like some of the grains and stuff, some of the fruits I put in my cereal when I'm eating cereal in the morning. Like I make different. There's so much different cereals that you can make in the morning time. Like you don't even have to buy like store bought cereal in a box to eat. You can make your own cereal. You can use quinoa as a cereal. You can use sorghum as a cereal. You can use oats as a cereal. You can use bran. Like you can make your own stuff. You can add nuts. You can add pumpkin seeds to it. You can add raspberry and strawberries. Like there's so much things that you can add to your food to make it more nutrient dense, so your body can enjoy the benefits of those things instead of buying all that junky stuff. We need to focus on health, focus on nutrient, right? And focus on keeping your body really functioning. Your body's like a machine, and it needs like the proper oil. It's like like your car, and your car need oil, you need this and that in the engine so the engine can run. It's the same thing with your body. If your car need gas and you're going to put diesel in it, then your engine is not going to run. It's going to stop running. You're going to ruin your car. It's the same thing. Whatever when you put those bad stuff in your body, it like it's becomes like diesel. You're putting diesel in your body, you're supposed to be putting gas. So gas is the nutrient dense food, and diesel is the junk stuff that you're putting in your body, you know. So stop doing that, like smoking, drinking soda or alcohol and stuff. Now you can drink a little bit of wine, a glass of wine, you know. I don't think that's gonna hurt anyone, but continuous drinking 6 days a week, 7 days a week, nah. I don't touch alcohol. I don't have no time for that because I don't see the benefit given to me. I don't drink it. If I'm cooking some beef or something and I want to pour some red wine on it to give it flavor, that's something else. But by the time you finish cooking, all the alcohol is dissolved and you get the flavor just of the grape. But yeah, alcohol is not for me. I don't drink alcohol because I see what alcohol does to, you know, people, and I don't want that. They say better be safe than sorry. And alcohol can also cause high blood pressure. So pay attention to all that kind of stuff. So let's talk about some things that, like some natural remedies that we can use if you have high blood pressure. So I talked about exercise, staying away from stress. So one, let let's I'm gonna give you guys like 8 different things that you can do besides that. So we could talk about exercise, which is daily movement, walking, biking, swimming, all that kind of stuff, Zumba, whatever exercise you're doing, going up and down the stairs a couple of times, 5 7 minutes up and down the stairs. This will help to lower your blood pressure because it'll make things move in your body. You know, it'll make your blood flow in your body, and it will get rid of deoxygenated blood and bring in oxygenated blood, which is definitely going to lower your blood pressure. Now the second thing you can do is you can use some different herbs. So one of the herbs that you can use is something called sorcy. Now if you're in the Caribbean, you know what sorcy is. It's like a, people call sorcy, it depends on which part of the Caribbean you come from. Sorcy is called different names, right? But it's like a viney thing that grows that we call sorcy, and it has some little tiny fruits on it. It's very bitter, and you drink the vine of that every single day for 7 days, and then you stop for 7 days. Then you drink it again for like 3 days. Then you stop. Then drink it for 7 days. It's like a pattern. Because like when you take herbal medicine, you have to drink it in a pattern, so you don't like overstress the body too much. And then you drink sorcy. Then when you drink the sorcy, now you're gonna drink something like sursop leaves. So this, then say if you drink it for 7 days and you stop, you're gonna drink sursop leaf, which is a mild detox for the body, and it also lowers your blood pressure, but it lowers it slowly, not as fast as the sorcy, right? Because you don't want to have like your pressure is high and then you want to pressure drop down. Like this is two extremes, high to low, right? This is not good. You just want to gradually take your time and go down and then reach the point where it's supposed to be the proper high blood pressure. I mean, it's supposed to be proper. So you want to make sure it reach at the proper diastole reading. That's it. You don't want to drop down, then you have low blood pressure. You don't want that to happen, right? So you drink things in increment. But for the source of leaves, you can drink that every single day because you wouldn't make your pressure like drop all of a sudden, but it will just keep it there, you know. So you can drink that every day. But for the sorcy, you can't drink it every day because it's gonna make your pressure go down too low. Okay. If you see your pressure is going up like, you know, maybe 3 4 5, you're like, okay, I need to get some sorcy now. You know, let me drink that. To And these are natural herbs. That's not gonna hurt your body. It's not gonna give you a side effect. Now, sorcy is bitter. It's gonna cleanse your body, and it's gonna work with your liver. It's gonna help your liver to remove toxins, takes out fat, take out anything that is a negative for the body. So if you take out things that are the body doesn't need, then you got to stop once all those things are removed, because if you drink more of it, then it's going to take out other things which you need in there. Okay, so that's the method of how it's used, and that's how, when you use herbs, that's what you have to do. Okay. Another one you can drink is roselle. People call it roselle, but we call it sorrel. So it's this red drink. This, when people make during Christmas, but nowadays everybody's drinking it. You can drink it anytime you want. You can drink it as a tea. I just had some. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So you can drink it as a tea. You can drink it like a cold drink. This is very good. You see, when you boil it, it's red, and the redness is like a detox for the body, but it's also great for your blood and it lowers your blood pressure also. Now, when I drink that, it really makes my blood pressure go down. So I don't have high blood pressure or anything. No, I'm good. But it makes me have to drink like in moderation, and I love it. So I can feel it. Like I feel if I drink this for like a week, I feel different. So I have to watch it when I drink it. It really lowers my pressure and it makes me like kind of lightheaded a bit. So I have to watch that. But I love that drink and I could drink it every single day, but I have to watch myself, like I said. It's also like a great detox. I like to use it as a tea. I'll drink it once or twice for the week for tea, but I gotta watch it also when I drink it with the tea. But it's really good. Not only is it good for high blood pressure, but it's good for other things in the body, like clearing out the kidneys, the liver, good for the skin, everything like that. So salt is a good one for high blood pressure. The other thing is greens, like eat spinach and lettuce and tomatoes. People have something with tomatoes, but like I don't agree with this, like don't eat tomatoes. I don't agree that. I've been eating tomatoes all my life. I love tomatoes and I never had a problem with tomatoes. And people come with all kind of stuff, and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe one person is going to be affected by something, but it doesn't mean that you are going to be affected by it. So if something doesn't affect you, like continue eating it, right? Like don't make doctors or people scare you uh, about something when you have eaten this thing all your life and it never bother you. You know. So this is my take. You don't have to do what I say, but this is my method for my life, my body. The next thing is bananas. Bananas, guys. The bananas is right in front of you. Like those of you living in the Caribbean, like eat the bananas because bananas is packed with potassium, and potassium works like amazingly in the body to lower blood pressure. And I guess that a lot of you don't know that. So potassium goes, the kidneys love potassium, okay? Because it helps to clean the kidneys out, right? And it lowers your blood pressure. And it's just so rich in potassium. So you should be eating a lot of bananas. Me, I eat 2 to 3 bananas a day to get my potassium. My husband eats loads of bananas. Like my husband eats so much bananas. You know, so yeah. And he doesn't have a problem with it. He just loves bananas. And so bananas, yeah, green bananas, you can cook green bananas. I love to eat green bananas. Just cook it and eat it, with fish or with chicken, anything like that. You could eat green bananas. Just boil it and eat it. Take the skin off, of course. And when you boil the bananas, you can also drink some of the banana water. They give that to children to get the iron that's in the banana skin, and also to get the like more potassium. We drink the green banana water. It looks black and disgusting, but it's full of nutrition. It's very full of nutrition. Every time as a kid, even now as an adult, when I boil bananas, you just drink some of the water. It's so packed with nutrients. Okay, so if you live in the Caribbean and you buy green bananas, do that. I mean, most Caribbean people know that. And if you're living out here, make sure you wash the banana really good because you don't know where this banana come from. It's not like the banana come from your land outside, you go pick it, okay? So this is really good for high blood pressure too, the banana water. Okay, the green banana water. Something else that you can use is beets. Beets is so underrated, but it's so excellent for high blood pressure. Me, I love beets. Like I make beet drink, I make beet kvass. I do so much things with beet. I just cook beets and I eat it like this. I just love beets, but beets is excellent for high blood pressure. Beets is excellent for your kidney. Beets is excellent for your colon. Like beets is excellent for your skin. Like beets is so awesome. If you're not eating beets, you are missing something. But for high blood pressure, you better be eating beets every single day, and you won't have a problem with your pressure. Okay, if you're eating beets every single day, you can just boil the beets and you can just crush it, right? And you can blend it. You can make all kind of things with the beets. You can add milk to it, and you could make a drink with it. You can just eat it plain like that. You can saute it. You can make put it in a salad. Like there's so much things that you can do with the beets. Because some people say, oh, they don't want to get stained by it or they like the taste, but you can add it to so much. Right now I have beets. How do you call that? Fermented beets with apples. This is so yummy. You just cut up the beets in small pieces, you add some vinegar, you add some sugar, and you just cover it and you leave it there for a week or two, and then it makes this amazing, amazing, like sour, like semi-sweet sour, but it's so tasty. And when you're eating, you can just take a couple of that and put on your food. Yummy, yummy. Or if making a sandwich, you can do that. These are healthy things that you can you can use to keep your pressure at bay. Instead of going and eat some sugary stuff, like you eat that. This contains so much gut loving bacteria. Not only is good for your pressure, it's good for your heart, and it's also good for your gut. And you know, when your gut is healthy, every part of your body will be healthy too, because your gut controls everything, even your brain. Your gut control. Oh, I guess you didn't know that. Yes, your gut is a very important it's very important part of the body, right? Very, very important. But this gut sends all kind of things, all those bacteria and stuff that is in there. I think is bad, is good. And when you eat fermented stuff, it also make the colony in your gut much more healthy. And so if you have a healthy colony there, it's gonna spread all the goodness to the rest of your body, and you're gonna have a healthy blood system. Just like I said, the machine, your body is like a machine, so the machine is going to be working very, very well. So that's what you want to have. Another thing that you can use for high blood pressure is garlic. Some people, they don't like garlic because they're like, oh, I don't want to smell of garlic, da da. But try to eat a clove of garlic every single day if you have high blood pressure, and tell me when you eat it what's going to happen to you. Okay, you're going to smell for garlic bread, yeah, but it's not gonna last. Okay, and if you don't like the taste of the garlic raw, then you just crush the garlic in your matter, and then you just pour hot water over it, leave it to cool, and then just drink that. And it also that also works. Garlic works for high blood pressure. It does work. If you don't like the taste of garlic, you can add some peppermint, you can add some ajawin. Ajawin again is another one that is so good. So um you can add ajawin, you can add a peppermint, and you can add the garlic to it, and you can just pour hot water over it. You can even leave it overnight and let it cool completely. You can just put it in the fridge and then just drink it like a cold drink every single day for your high blood pressure. Like, you don't have to worry about that. That would keep your blood pressure at bay, and it will prevent it from spiking, from going up, 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 up. You would just keep it at bay. You just keep it really, really good. And like, garlic is something I put in your food. Ajawin, we season our meat and stuff with ajawin. Like, these doesn't plummet your pressure, but it just keeps it level, like balanced. So you can eat that every day, and it's not gonna bother you. The only thing with ajawin, if you eat too much ajawin, it may like flush out your system, might send you to the bathroom, and it has a kind of pungent smell. Some people, they don't like the smell of the ajawin, but it just is some tiny, tiny seeds. But if you don't, I don't mind the smell, honestly. I put it in my food. I wash my hair. I mix it with other stuff to wash hair and stuff like that. I don't mind the smell. So if you don't mind the smell of it, you can use a jamming every single day. And the last one is ginger. Now, ginger is my favorite. I love to drink ginger tea. So you can drink ginger tea every single day if you have high blood pressure. Not to put sugar in it. A lot of people, they like sugar, 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 sugar. Like, if you're diabetic or stuff like that, stay away from too much sugar. But some people, if you like, things sweet, you can add some honey in it. But try to stay away from the sugar. Try to drink things as it is in its natural way, so you can just get the flavor of the thing and get used to it, instead of always adding sugar or always adding honey or something like that. Just now, some of the ginger, I find they're not very strong. The ginger that like it that is small, like little ginger, they're very strong and they're more potent. I tend to like this ginger more, and I think they say that this ginger has more nutrients and has more enzymes and stuff in it. So this one is better. But if you don't have that ginger, just use any ginger. Just use any ginger. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is beets. Why beets so important when it comes to high blood pressure? Beets converts nitrates into like a usable enzyme that is used in the body, and that is what lowers the blood pressure when you consume beets. That um like the conversion in the body, that's what lowers your high blood pressure. So guys, I hope that this video was of value to you. I find when I put that video there talking about exercise, the body and different things like that. Like there's so much questions underneath it. It's like I have a video about guts. I think it's up to 12 or 13,000 right now. And there's the questions just keep coming. A lot of people want to know different, what should they do, this, and that, and the other. So I like to bring out videos like that, informative videos, so people can actually, take steps to getting healthier or to change their lives. So yeah, I'll pop in some videos every now and then about that. Sometimes YouTube doesn't want like us to talk about um, health and all that kind of stuff, remedies and stuff. They tend to flag your videos when you talk about stuff like that. But I've learned to be strategic when I'm talking about certain things and not use certain words. But guys, if you have high blood pressure, like pay attention to it and try different things, because there's so much things out there that you can use to lower your blood pressure. Um, there's so much foods that you can make. There's so much things that you can tap into. Like you don't have to be taking like pills. Like you don't have to do that. My grandmother had high blood pressure, and they always recommended that she takes pills. And when she take the pill didn't do anything for her. Instead, it the blood pressure dropped to like just like a okay. It went down to a okay level, but it was not like the perfect level. And it's not making her feel better. It made her feel like lethargic, and she wasn't feeling really good, taking those pills. But when she started like using her herbs that like she was back to her old self, full of energy, and her high blood pressure went. But the pills was really not doing anything for her. The herbs did the trick. It did the job, did what it had to do, and you know, then she had no more high blood pressure. But I think sometimes when people have certain disease, family members, they're like, "Oh, take the medicine. We don't want you to die." Blah 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 blah. But if you know you have high blood pressure and you are dedicated to getting yourself well, I would suggest that don't listen to people. Do what you think that is right for you. Because maybe for somebody else, they're okay taking pills and just sitting there and not doing nothing. But for you, decide you want to go on a natural path and you want to do garlic, beets, banana, you want to drink sursi, you want to do all this kind of stuff. And if that is working for you, do it. If you know you have a little like weight on, like get rid of the weight. Like don't make an excuse, because your life is worth it. Your life is worth more than anything else. You know, it's like I have a bad leg, and I remember doctor telling me, "Oh, like your leg would never grow, and it's just gonna be 2.5 inches shorter than the other one." And I'm like, "No, that's not gonna happen, because I'm no doctor. Doctor said I will not walk again." I said, "No, I'm gonna walk, and my legs is gonna grow." And last year, when I go and check my legs has grown to the other leg. So my leg is completely equal to the other one. And the doctor was like, "Oh, you would never know that. You would never know that now. Everything is like perfect now." But when something happened, you can't be there moping, or you can't be there depending on man, because man is not the power. God is the power. You know, when they told me I had an accident when I was a child, and they said, "This child, she's not going to walk again." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can't imagine myself never walking in my life again. It's just unimaginable. So when nobody was watching, in that thing hurt. I have babies, and it's very painful, but I remember how painful it were when I couldn't walk because I had crutches. I walked with crutches for almost a year and a half. I was in the hospital for almost 4 months. And I remember walking with crutches. I'm thinking to myself, I gotta get myself better. I gotta work. And so I would get up and I would just walk to the living room. I walk to the kitchen. I did it. I didn't make somebody come and say, "Oh, you need to go to therapy, and the therapist is gonna help you." No, I got up and I walked, and it doesn't matter how it hurt. I walked. You know, and when I could leave the house, I went outside in the yard and I walked when nobody was there, because I didn't want anybody to see me walking. I want to do this on my own, because I didn't want anybody to be like bothering my brain and saying, "Oh, child, go sit down." Go sit down with me, you know, you're gonna, unless you fall down, you hurt your other foot, you know, stuff like that. So, like, I, in secret, I walked every single day in secret. I went to therapy also, but every single day I walked in secret, and it was very, very painful. That's something I'll never forget in my entire life. It was so painful walking, trying to walk, but I did it. And I had two crutches. Then I went down to one crutch, but I still used to be like using the other crutch because I didn't want anybody to know that I didn't need the other one again. And then finally, oh my gosh, the day that I just decided to put my crutches down and walk, everybody was so happy. It was just like a miracle. But anyways, guys, so I say that to say that if you have high blood pressure, do something about it. Don't let the high blood pressure do something to you. You do something about it and take action and take it fast. Take it fast, because if you don't, it could be detrimental. And you don't want to, especially if you have children, or I mean, who wants to die anyway? I don't think anybody wants to die. Nobody wants to die. But like I said, high blood pressure is somebody that can just take you out, you know, take you out, and you don't. Yeah. So guys, pay attention to your health, exercise, eat right food, learn to make simple things. We have something called YouTube, which I am on right now. We are on here. Go to YouTube University and learn simple recipe. There's 10 minutes recipes, 5 minutes recipes. I make this beautiful how do you call that? Like a bread with meat and vegetables at the top and cheese and stuff like that. Oh, this was so delicious. I just slice it. I put my sauce on it, and I put all the things at the top. Then I put it inside of the air fryer for about 10 minutes, and we had that for dinner. Very, very simple. It under 10 minutes to make this healthy meal. You can put fish at the top, you can put onions. It's like making a pizza with toppings, but you have to, but at the very top, we put spinach, a whole bunch of spinach. Just boil, steam the spinach, and then just put it at the top when you're done. Very simple. Make your own bread, slice it, and put all that stuff. Then you make a nice salad on the side, and you just have that for dinner. Very simple, but nutrient dense and packed with good stuff for the body, right? So, yes, guys. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. Eric, thanks for sharing your story with us, you know, and I'm glad that you are fine now, and you're still here with us, and that you learned your lesson, and that you are taking better care of your body right now. All right. So thank you everybody who comes here. Thank you for all the positive vibes that you share on this channel. I appreciate you all. Please leave your questions and anything that you want. If you want to do another video on other things when it comes to high blood pressure, or some, if you want to make some remedies and show you all, I can do that also. Just leave your questions in your comments, and I'll get back to you guys. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Stay positive.